Svenny-D could go flawless every game if he wished to do so. He started out wrestling lions at the age of 2. Now he has moved on to tanks. He only uses this javelin to get the tank's attention. He prefers to tear the tank apart with his hands. As you can see. You think death phases him? No. He loves to shed blood on the battlefield.
What is going on, people? It is your boy Svenny-D bringing you MVP episode 2, damn it. We are playing Rush on Tehran Highway. We are on the offensive side of things, damn it. You guys can see we're in a little bit of a struggle with these tanks and the snipers at the beginning, but we pushed through. Now check this clip out. I'm running here. You got these two dudes in the building, and I was aware that they were here. This dude comes out. I'm gonna kill him, and then you got this other guy coming out. He's like, "Oh my God, yeah, I'm gonna play Ring Around the Rosie with you." And it was really awkward. We weren't gonna sit here and shoot each other. And he loses, like usual. So if you guys are new to this series, this is basically a series where I bring you guys along for the ride on games where I get the MVP ribbon, which is the most valuable player in a game of Rush, damn it. I went through and I counted, and I have 16 MVP episodes to put up for you guys. So this is going to be a very, very long-standing episode. And this is going to show you that, you know, being an MVP isn't just going off and getting 50 or 60 kills and dominating the game with kills, because I only went 14 and 10. But right here I want to show you guys something. When you capture both objectives, I've been noticing that all the COD noobs have been coming onto the game lately. So what I always do, and what you should always do, is make sure you go and check behind, you know, any containers, any flanks, anything like that, because I find that a lot of guys will sit back there and hide. Another thing you're going to notice too throughout this gameplay, which is something that really cracked me up, like this for instance, I was just fucking firing javelins at these guys left and right. I had to have fired at least 15 to 20 javelins, and I think I only blew up 1 or 2 tanks. Right here, I disabled this tank 4 times, I believe. And I was going, and, you know, I would shoot off a javelin at him. He would go repair his tank. I would shoot off another javelin at him. He would go repair his tank. And this is a big part of the game where communication comes into play. If you got another teammate that is an engineer, you know, it's very good to communicate with each other and have 2 people firing down javelins or RPGs or whatever it may be at this guy, because you can see if you got a guy constantly repairing a tank, 1 javelin just is not quick enough to take it out. But like I said, you're gonna see that a couple of times throughout this game. It was a very big struggle to get rid of these vehicles, and you know, hats off to the other team. I really got to give it to them. See, I got my disabled vehicle ribbon off of 1 tank that I didn't even blow up. You gotta love it. But you know, these guys were very active and were very frequent in repairing their vehicles. We would get rockets and shit on them. They would be repairing it right away, which is a very, very big part. So you know, if you use the vehicles correctly and you use them properly how they're supposed to be used, they can be game changers. Not like a Call of Duty chopper gunner game changer, but you know, as far as like the strategy and tactics of this game goes, if you got skilled players using the vehicles, you're gonna win a lot of the time, especially if you're going up against noobs. And this game was not the case. We weren't going up against an easy team that had no clue what they were doing. You know, it was very difficult to move through some of these parts. They were using snipers effectively to control high traffic areas. And you know, people, one misconstrued is that, you know, okay, I'm a sniper, I'm gonna sit here and try to get a bajillion kills. You gotta think, what are snipers meant to do? Think about it. They're not just meant to sit there and kill people. I mean, yeah, that is one factor of them. But if you want to take this into a, you know, real life perspective, snipers usually control the battlefield. They usually take out other snipers, and they usually control high traffic points. Now, controlling a point doesn't just mean killing every single person that may, you know, come into an area. There is a Like, say for instance, we're playing on a very open map like Caspian Border, Operation Firestorm. You know, you don't have to just kill people to be a good sniper. If I see a high traffic area where the enemy is kind of flowing into, you know, if I'm raining down bullets on these dudes and just absolutely riddling them with bullets, they aren't going to be taking that area, or they'll be going through different routes, maybe more difficult routes and stuff like that. So that is one good factor of a sniper. Now, I saw a lot of really badass things to do with a sniper that not even I have ever done or that I was aware of. I was seeing clips where, and this is a big part of communication with your team. I would see clips where a guy that was running a support class would go, and what he was doing was he was throwing C4 in a tank, and a sniper from way out in the middle of nowhere was shooting the C4 and blowing up these vehicles. And that was something that I thought was absolutely incredible, people. That shit was so badass. You know, it's definitely not an easy thing to do, but if you are a very accurate shooter, especially with a sniper rifle, you can do a lot of damage that way. You know, because especially I find myself doing something stupid like I'll run up, throw some C4 in a tank, and then get ran over, or they'll shoot me before I get a chance to detonate it. So, I mean, if you're a good sniper, you want to have some fun and try some crazy shit, do it up. And if any of you guys do that and happen to get it on video and you record that shit and you put it up on YouTube, send me a private message, because I would definitely give that video a shout out. But you can see I sped up this game a little bit. Now, on Tehran Highway, one thing that I always do usually when we get to this point of the map is I go and I take this left flank and I try to get A out of the way immediately. You can see that, well, if you guys have played this before, you know that A's, both these bomb sites at the end are a pain in the ass to get, especially if you're playing against a good team, which was the case right here. And in my opinion, I think A is a little bit more difficult than B. So usually what I do is I take up the left road right here, and I'll go and swing behind some buildings, and I'll run right for A right at the beginning. And it's really good to kind of practice something Hitler did called blitzkrieg. Very fast tactics, you know, trying to get in there as fast as possible, trying to overwhelm the opposition, I guess you could say. So right here is where I was talking about. I kind of squeeze right in between these buildings. Now right here in this overpass, I always notice a lot of guys laying down. In this game, they just didn't happen to be doing so. So, you know, I run, go. I almost got killed right there, but I get the plane off. And right next to the bus too, if you guys are on the defensive side and somebody plants the bomb, I always notice that people are going and they're laying down prone in that bus, kind of checking on the bomb, or they're facing the bomb or something like that. So always be aware of your surroundings. The more you play these maps, the more you're going to figure out stuff like that. And the sniper takes me out, but I got that shit, damn it. MCOM destroyed. And if you're trying to go for MVP, or you're just trying to get a lot of points for a game, you know, play the objectives, people. You don't get rewarded in this game for going and not playing the objectives and just going on killing sprees. You get rewarded for helping your team win. Yes, indeed. See, I'm in another heated javelin battle right here. I'm gonna pop off a shitload of javelins at this thing, and somehow I'm pretty sure I don't take this one out either. And I was really confused because I was sitting there wondering, I'm like, why aren't my javelins even hitting this guy? And I think right here this is a fail. I'm actually lucky that didn't kill me. I shot off the javelin and the tank drove right in front of me. I was like, son of a bitch. But yeah, I love games like this where you got two teams that are in a huge struggle. You know, like, it almost seemed like we were pushing up there really well and they were struggling to hold their front line. But at the same time, we were really struggling to break that front line. We would kind of break it in bursts and stuff like that, but, you know, I realized that it was just an absolute fucking chaos over there. So I tried to hit up over here. I was checking over here to see if that sniper was up here that killed me after I planted A. He wasn't. See a couple of guys kind of going around right here. And, you know, guys, if you got a vantage point like this, say you're sniping or something like that, this also goes back to, you know, you don't just have to kill people to be effective. Spot the shit out of the other team. I don't give a fuck if they got, you know, if it's just some soldiers, if it's vehicles, if it's MAVs, anything. Anything at all, spot it. I'll even just fucking point over the objective and click that shit and I'll be like, objective spotted. Let's get that objective. No, I don't really know what he says. Right here, one of the lovely Svenny-D Army members. You guys know him by Geno Hacker, damn it. I love it, because you know a lot of commentators, they bitch and pout. Don't join my session, don't join my session. But I was playing with Tubnami, Geno Hacker jumped in the game, and I've noticed a lot of you guys joining our games lately, and I love it. So, right when he killed me, I called up to Tubnami, and I'm like, yo, Tube, you're going to have Geno Hacker coming up, man. I'm like, beware, be aware. Hoping that we could take him out without losing either of us. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure he did take Tube. I was going and giving the wall a little ninja kick just to, you know, stretch out my legs a little bit. That's what I was doing. But you can see he got Tubnami. I got him. And now I'm going to start to approach the objective. And this ending to this game, people, is fucking intense. Absolutely intense. And I actually, the other MVP game, I got 3 MVP ribbons in a row the night that I played this game and then 2 others. And it was just intense, to say the least. You know, I gotta say too, for how much I played Battlefield, I've never played a game this much and not gotten tired of it. I really haven't. Not at all. And, you know, another thing I want to point out with the javelins, guys. Even, you know, right there, I didn't get a shot off. You can see when I lock onto this guy a lot of the times, he sways back. So he's not going to have time to just sit there and focus on taking out the opposite, or, you know, the people on my team, the vehicles and soldiers and stuff like that. So, you know, little things like that are really big X factors that people really don't take into consideration. Like when you're sniping, if you don't kill anyone and you're just suppressing the enemy, they're going to be mobile, they're going to move, and they're going to get the hell out of that area, especially if they're holding a strategic point in the map. For tanks, if a tank's holding its ground next to the bomb, if you get that javelin on it and get a lock, a lot of the times those guys are going to take off and get the hell out of there. Which, you know, is a smart move, because if you're looking at it from their perspective, you got to try to keep the vehicle alive. And right here, you can see we got the bomb planted. That dude was just about to defuse it. I don't think so. But anyways, people, that is going to wrap up MVP Episode 2. Let me know what you guys think of this series, people, because I got plenty more of this to come for you guys. And we're doing Noob Prevention 101. The first episode of that's going to be coming up next week. So let me know what you guys think. And until next time, it is your boy Svenny-D. And I will catch y'all later. Peace!